Hey, B, what's going on, honey? Listen, we got some things to talk about. Not a whole lot, but I want to talk about real quick Loving Hip Hop ATL and then Belle Collective, okay? First of all, Loving Hip Hop ATL, not a whole lot that I really want to get into aside from the fact that Sierra versus Salma, honey, it's a whole damn mess. It's a mess. And I just want to say this about Salma. I do believe that Salma was messing around her husband. I think that they had at some point like a little piece of an open relationship where he let her go out and do some things because one, maybe he wasn't pleasing her properly. Two, he's super busy for the most part. So I mean, maybe at some point they open up their marriage. Okay. I don't know why Selma and this man, 24. And first of all, let's talk about how lazy the people is. His name is 24 hours, child. For sure, it's given 24. The people on the show lazier than that because they just want to call him 20. And every time I hear 20, I hear 21, 21. So I don't know what's going on, but that's what's happening for sure. Okay. And it's like, baby, why y'all just can't say the four? It's not that hard. Okay. It's 24, but anywho, they 20. 20 and Salma kind of give me Mendices and Yandy vibes just a little bit. Just a little bit. I feel like they have a agreement with each other, but they're not being clear about that on the outside. And just keeping it real, keeping it honest, keeping it a book. Like when it's like they put up a facade just a little bit. Like Yandy and Mendices went off. They ended up getting they had a wedding child, was never married, but went along with the facade that that's my husband, we married. And then when somebody clocked their tea, they fell away. That's kind of what they give to me. These two, I think their relationship is open. I feel like she did mess around with that guy. I think it could have been Rennie or maybe it could have been Bambi that said it at the end. That was like, oh, well, I feel like at some point maybe they had a particular type of relationship and she's just been taking advantage of it. I was like, yes, that is exactly what my thought is. Okay. They may have had an open relationship, but Miss Girl has likely been taking advantage of it. Maybe you're not supposed to catch feelings. You're just supposed to get yours and move on. And she's been heavily in contact with that guy. Now she said when somebody tried to clock her about talking to the guy like a few days ago, she was like, "No, it wasn't 2 days ago. It wasn't 2 days ago, or whatever." But it sounded like when your man was talking to Scrappy, it sounded like to me that y'all had just talked a few days ago because you had just showed him the messages and got on the phone with the guy, right? And supposedly 24 is saying that he heard the conversation or whatever, and based on the conversation, he didn't think that they had anything going on. I don't know. Two things could be true. That guy could be lying about some things, but then also maybe she really did get it in with him. Maybe that man ain't lying completely. How Selma is moving, it is given that she was cheating on her man. But not really cheating because the relationship was open. She's just been keeping up communication that she probably should not be keeping up with. But they kind of give a facade, child. But what I really want to get on Selma about is I'm trying to understand why the hell was she upset with her man? I feel like Sierra really approached them a certain type of way. But her man did lie when she said, "Oh, I had a meeting with your girl the other day." He was like, "Oh, a Zane party." And she was like, "Nah." Like it was a one-on-one. She didn't tell you about it. Salma, like I did tell you about it. He was like, "Oh, I guess maybe you." Now you knew you and Salma have had a conversation about Sierra based on the energy that you was giving Sierra, which prompted Sierra to give you more of the negative energy that she had. All right. And then you say some fly shit to Sierra. Because the way he kind of talked to Sierra was giving, you know what the hell going on. Why you trying to sit up here and act like your ass don't. However, I feel like Sierra gave him that energy. He was kind of giving that energy back. He got more fly. Her dude stepped in. You did call that lady with a hoe. So her man is like, "Hoe, okay, but my brother fucking your hoe right now." Like, child was a mess, okay? So they about got into it. But Sal must end up there being upset with her man. And that's what I'm not, that's the part that I'm kind of confused. Because I felt like he was trying to defend himself, trying to defend you. He didn't come up there with that energy. They approached him or y'all with that energy and you feel away. It's like, girl, you really don't like your husband. So when Sierra was clocking the tea that his peen may be so small or he ain't pleasing you in the bed or whatever going on, I don't think Sierra lied about that. But you continue to be with him based on his access to the industry in some fashion. So whatever floats your boat is cool. Just have his back a little piece more because you was really upset with him. Okay. And it seemed like Karlie Redd was on your side a little bit with him doing too much. So much so that he ended up feeling a way about Karlie. Now, I was with Karlie when she said, "Your beef ain't with me, child. Your beef with them." Like, why you coming at me like that? I was definitely with Karlie on that. He was doing too much, but energy was already high. He was feeling away. But Salma, why you mad at him? Y'all may understand why she was mad with her man, but I don't understand it. The other thing with Rasheeda, let's get to Rasheeda and her husband. Y'all know there was an incident that took place last year where this guy that Kirk's daughter was dating, this guy named T Hood, ended up being unalived. All right. That was the boyfriend to his daughter, Kelsey. Video leaked out of how this guy was physically assaulting her. Be very clear about that. There was an altercation that happened. So when Rasheeda and Kirk's son Kai got to his sister's home, who I believe he was living with, and they were really close, some stuff popped off. I believe T Hood allegedly, they said, got ready to pull a firearm out on Kai, and Kai clapped him before he could clap Kai. Okay. Now, for me, personally, I don't feel like Kai was in the wrong at all. Right? I wasn't sure whether Kai was in the wrong legally, right? Because a lot of times we feel like when people take matters into their own hands, they right, period. But then based on how the law is set up, it's not a guarantee that the person was in the right based on the law. And that's what I wasn't sure about based on looking at the autopsy and all of this stuff and where the guy got shot. It seemed like he could have been walking away or whatever. Or he could have got hit from the front and that it hit him so hard he turned around and the rest of the shots fired him in his back. Because I remember talking about, and I think he probably got hit in the front and then turned around and probably bent over like, and got the rest of the shots. So it sounds to me that Kai was in the right. Okay, with number one, defending his sister, and number two, you ain't finna sit up here and clap me. I'm finna get you. I don't really think he did anything wrong, right? Morally and in more ways, and now even legally, Kai was not in the wrong for anything that he did. I know the story came out yesterday, along with that episode, or shortly after the episode dropped of Love and Hip Hop ATL. The news also reported, I guess they reached out to the DA to see if they were going to be filing any charges towards Kai for the incident, and they said no. They did their own full investigation. Doing their own full investigation, they saw that that man was defending himself. And I hate it for Kai because mentally he been going through it. T Hood's sisters came out and trying to accuse Kelsey of setting up their brother and stuff, but want to overlook the fact that their brother was abusive as fuck to Kelsey, like cut it out. All right. So they put a lot of different narratives out there about Rasheeda, about Kirk, about Kai, and about Kelsey. It was crazy. It was a mess. It was a mess. It was a whole ass mess. Rasheeda and them talk about it on the show to the point where they said they had to shut down their location because they was getting all kind of threats and different stuff as far as their restaurants, right? I guess she shut down some of her press stores as well. But whatever it was, like they had to shut up shop. Okay, they had to shut it down because of the threats, what they were going through mentally. It was a lot. And what was really interesting was Rasheeda talking about Kelsey. They didn't know that she was going through what she was going through with T Hood. And a lot of people don't know because the ladies don't share that. But, Rasheeda said she didn't know if it wasn't like a space where she felt comfortable to share. And some people was chewing on Rasheeda. They said, girl, the way that you handle K. Michelle and her DV story, I'm sure she didn't feel comfortable coming to y'all about it. Because would y'all have believed her anyway? Because your damn show didn't believe K. Michelle. Child, ain't that something? Ain't that something, honey? Because what I'm thinking about is, and it's not really karma, but that's what's in my head. It's like, when things come back on you, sometimes it'll come back on you through your kids type of thing. But I don't want to even say that, but I just want to tell y'all what was in my head. Okay, those were the thoughts. So, I didn't want to say it, but I said it. So it is what it is. Okay. But, we also learned that Kai is not talking to Kelsey or Kelsey's not talking to Kai. I hate it. I was wondering what the dynamic was because number one, during the time that this unaliving happened, she was recorded being on the phone with T Hood's mom and sisters saying that she told the police her brother, killed him. All right. And she said she told him he was wrong. He shouldn't have did that, or he didn't have to do that, or something like that she said on the phone that was recorded. So of course our brother is like, I'm trying to defend you. I'm trying to defend you. And this is what it is. You try to sell me out, and now you got more people attacking me. Like I was in the wrong about some stuff, and then just being young, whether you did it to defend yourself or not, I can imagine the weight that is on a person's shoulders and their mental when you take a person's life. Whether you did it to defend yourself or not, like I do believe that that's traumatizing as fuck. So ain't no telling how that boy sleeps, how he doesn't sleep, what he sees when he closes his eyes. So I can imagine the sleep that he's not getting because it's probably hard for him to go to sleep. Ain't no telling. Ain't no telling. So I see them being at odds because of that. He's upset that she said what she said on that recorded call. She's upset because he unalived her boyfriend. right? The very one that was abusing the fuck out of you. Okay. To the point where people have alleged that he may have gotten her on drugs. I don't know if that's true. I'm not confirming that because I don't know that. I'm just letting you guys know what some of the speculations have been out here in the streets. Okay. But that's something that they were dealing with. They had a lot going on over there in the Kirk family. A lot. Like, I know people come down on Rasheeda and y'all come down on Kirk and y'all may not like them, whatever the case is. But listen, on a human level, I would never want to experience what they experienced, but I get it. Like I can imagine what's going on in y'all heads. Wow, my daughter was being abused. Like what the hell? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, she was dealing with this and she didn't even like, why you couldn't come tell me that? Like maybe we could have did something to prevent this from happening potentially. However, I do remember a time where Kurt kind of came out and said something about, I believe they talked to their daughter about stuff, but she gonna do what she want to do anyway. That is actual factual. A lot of people that have grown kids, you try to tell them stuff, try to give them advice, whatever, they're gonna do what they want to do. Now he may have known that they stayed into it, but he probably didn't know that it was physical. Right? Possibly didn't know that it was physical. I don't know. Maybe he did. But I can imagine thinking about that, whatever the daughter went through, right? Then thinking about the fact that the son had to come over there and have her back. And then, oh my God, wait a minute, we got somebody that's not even here anymore. He's dead. How did he die? Oh, snap, my son did it. Okay, what's going to happen with my child? Do we have to get us an attorney now? Spend extra money on getting an attorney, to fight for him? Or what's going to happen? Like, they got a lot going on in their damn head, and I can only imagine. But now things should definitely be behind them. We learned like a month or two after the incident went down that the DA were not going to pursue it, right? But we also know the DA start off saying one thing, and then it could flip in a month or two. After this episode aired, I believe the news station reached out to them again, and this is where they confirmed again, we not pursuing nothing. We did our own investigation, and what we identified was that boy was defending himself. It was self-defense. So it's not going to go down over here. All right. So that's what's going on. Y'all leave y'all thoughts and comments down below. It wasn't a lot today episode that I cared to talk about, just like a 1-2-1-2. So I wanted to run that by y'all. The other thing I want to run by y'all real quick is Belle Collective, okay? Lateshia and her friend approaching Latrice, baby, you out of fucking line. And I love the energy that Latrice gave her ass. Like, girl, don't talk to me, okay? Girl, you got to get permission to run your mouth to me, girl. Do not talk to me. And I'm with that. I know some people that don't like Latrice. I saw in the comments was like, girl, get permission to talk to you, little girl. Yes, that's what I said. Okay, that's what I said. Get permission to talk to me, bitch. I don't know you. I don't talk to you. Don't say nothing to me. All right. Some people may feel like it's a bit of get back. Okay, you brought your friend around for your friend to bring that to Lateshia, so now her friend is approaching you, and that's fine. She can approach me, but she just can't talk to me because bitch, I'm not talking back anyway. Tambra, what's going on? I know that's right. So Lateshia, she over here meeting with these people to secure a TV show. I feel a way about it. The reason I felt the way about it was not only because I think Tisha should focus on a podcast more than an actual television show at this time, but it's the fact that you got all these people in the room and not one of those people talked about what's happening with the television industry at this point. I feel like a lot of rumblings and conversations in television happen months before it actually goes the fuck down. Okay, so if these people are as in tune as they say that they are, y'all not talking about it. Now, granted, she could get a local show. She could get a show on one of these local stations or whatnot. I've seen it. Maybe she could get something like that. But, girl, best of luck. Okay? I think you come out better still, to me, doing like a podcast. But good luck to her. She trying to do bigger and better things, child. We'll see. She does confront her friend about approaching Latrice, telling her like, girl, I wanted to have that conversation, but that was not the time. Okay. And see, over here, we play chess, not checkers. Do you? Because if you was playing chess, your ass would have been got out that marriage with Glenn. Okay. It's giving every bit of checkers. I don't know how you going to play chess and not checkers when it comes to Latrice. How you I would love to see that. So either way, later on, we see that Amanda is back, okay? Oh, let's go back to this friend, because I believe the friend said something about how we'll talk about stuff, but you'll never like address it or whatever it was. And it's like, girl, she don't need you to be her mouthpiece, Haki. She really don't. She really don't. That friend came on the show. Amanda came on the show because she really had some information for Lateshia. Okay? She didn't really, to me, come on the show to get at Lateshia about some shit. right? You came on the show to try and get at Latrice about what happened, but what you really need to do is approach Amanda, because now that Amanda is here and I'm glad that she's back, y'all can have a conversation, right? Let's go friend for friend. Either way, Latrice says that she's not going to this friendship giving that Miss Old Girl is doing. She said that she don't trust Lateshia. She said she believed that Lateshia very well sent her friend over there to approach her, because she knows how Lateshia operates, as far as being like, oh, well, this what's gonna happen. I want you to go over there and I want you to approach her. And then when they come to me, I'm gonna act like I ain't had nothing to do with it. And I said, I believe what Latrice is saying, because I feel like Lateshia has approached Latrice on this type of energy before, telling her, I feel like they may have concocted a plan for some shit before. That's how Latrice knows exactly how Lateshia operates in these situations. So I think that it's very possible for that to have happened, because she's done it before. Even though Marie was like, no, I'm telling you, she didn't know anything about it when she didn't know that was gonna happen. And Lateshia was like, I don't give a damn. I still don't believe none of that. I don't believe none of that. So they get outside. Lateshia tries to apologize for her friend. Latrice is up there like, girl, I'm not trying to hear all of that because you fake as hell. And I already know that you've been reaching out to people that used to work for me and stuff like that. And Tisha like, who, girl? I haven't done that. She said, well, first of all, you reached out to Josh. She said, no, I didn't. I've never called Josh. And I'm like, okay, she just said that you contacted him. She didn't say how. But you said that you never called him. So now I'm wondering, did you really call him? Did you tell on yourself? Is what I was thinking, right? I don't know. But then also, of course, Lateshia continues to deny this. And then at some point, Latrice calls her a bitch and says, because you did, bitch. Because you did. So they about to get the rumbling and thumping. And baby, the way Lateshia was coming towards Latrice and Latrice's ass was not moving, Tambra kind of had to push her out the way, child. I said, this a mess here. This here is a mess, but I love the energy that Latrice gave. Okay? Because I feel like she don't always get that energy. Even with, like, what's her name? Marie. I feel like she's been trying to be more calm and more poised, or whatever the case is. But I like this little gutter energy. It's like, girl, you want it. I can give it to you. We can get into it. So I like that. Another thing, baby. Carrie, I think that your clock is ticking when it comes to Marie. When Latrice and Lateshia was talking and you was trying to interrupt, and she was like, girl, let them talk, I think Marie wanted to dig in your ass just a little bit, but Marie is on her, let me be more calm, because I know what it's like when the audience is on my ass. So I like the space that I've been in, so I'm not going to do too much. But I do think that you are tapping on Marie's shoulders, okay? I think she wants to cuss you the hell out, for real, while you running around telling everybody that her and Cedric are no longer together. Marie was like, now, girl, I didn't tell you to say that. Did I say that to you? I didn't say that. Why you all up in my business like that? I don't think Marie liked that at all. But Marie quickly realized where the hell she was and them cameras was up. So she had to go ahead and admit the fact that her and Cedric are not together anymore. But I've been liking Marie lately. I liked her last season. I'm liking her this season, not doing too much. Because the last time she overstepped her boundaries when it came to damn Tambra, believing some man over her and doing all this extra shit that y'all ain't had no business doing to come against Tambra when she ain't do nothing to y'all. Marie really pissed me off with that. And I think she may have learned some things that season, because she's been on a different level with it. And side note, Tambra looked good as hell in that outfit that she had on. I said, oh, mamas. Oh, I don't know what she over there doing, but when I tell y'all mamas look good as hell, I said, go ahead, girl. Go ahead. But it wasn't that going on Belle Collective, for real. And it wasn't much going on with Love and Hip Hop ATL. But I just wanted to come down, have a few talking points, and I want y'all to leave your talking points down in the comments. All right? I'm JamiThatsMe. And of course, I'll catch y'all in the next one, honey. Bye.
Telling my priest to the choir, stand with my feet to the fire, give all the glory to God. Stand in the midst of these haters, I'm silent, nobody can stop me. Just gotta check in my notification, them numbers hit like it's a proxy. Cashed out at the ATM, and the ATL, they done made a gym. I've been kicking doors like the ATL, got them trying to clone me like Agent Smith. Game time, I invaded gym, high elevated, I can face the rim, putting shots up. I got laser focus, about to take it over, I'm Invader Zim. On a trip to Florida like it's A&M. Who that nigga, man, they say I'm him. Spit the truth, never wasting film, I can feel it.